8.68, leading Essendon 5.15.45.
During October, your Toyota dealer is a pushover for trade-in deals. Bring in your Ford, Holden, Datsun, Sigma, or Toyota, of course, for a terrific trade-in deal on new Corona, the #1 selling 2-litre car. And October factory incentives will keep Corona #1. So rush over while he's a pushover. How do you get your price on your car? See your Toyota dealer, not the other guy.
Soundies, we do it well.
Duckworth, since going to full forward, has given them a lift and kicked 2 goals. Baker's continued to be a danger right throughout the game. But you can say the same about the Hawthorn players, with Matthews always a danger up there at full forward. Terry Wallace continually picking up kicks, and Kevin Sheedy at the moment having a few words to say to the Essendon side, and they would only need 2 quick goals and it would change the whole complex of the game.
Certainly would, Bob. I've been very impressed with theirs down there in defence. He's played a marvellous game. And of course, the danger player is Baker for Essendon on the forward line, but Matthews always there when they really need him, and he kicked a magnificent goal in that quarter, because that's when they were in real trouble, Hawthorn.
Right, we see the statistics to 3/4 time.
It just shows how in general play, Hawthorn, Essendon I should say, with 14 more kicks, 16 more handballs, 7 more free kicks and 15 more handballs.
And still trailing by 23 points.
So
it's how you use the ball that counts, Bob.
Yes, and that's the area that Hawthorn have got to improve around the ground.
Today's match. They'll lose a premiership for either side. Hawthorn have the advantage, 45-68. But of course, the way football is played these days, anything can happen, and it can happen pretty quick.
Certainly can, Pete. And of course, we're very honoured here today because one of our commentators, Bob Skilton, will be down on the ground after the match to present the Norm Smith medal to the best player on the ground today. You must feel very honoured about that, Bob.
He's very proud to, that the VFL have asked me to do that, Lou, and we know that we're a great player that wins it, but there's still a long way to go at the present moment. And this game very open as far as I'm concerned at this stage.
Well, I wouldn't say that Hawthorn are certainties to win it, but they're certainly in a better position now that 23 points. It's nice to go into the last quarter with the way that they play football. And the thing that I admire about Hawthorn's play most of all, Bob, it doesn't matter what state of the game or what state the game's in, they never change their pattern of play. They keep on at it all the time. They've got tremendous concentration and their application is superb.
Yes, and I think full marks to Essendon for exactly the same thing. You know, Hawthorn did get the jump on them, and a great burst of football in that first turn. But from that moment, not one Essendon player has dropped his head. They've kept at it. Persistence, I should say, of players like Hawker across the half-back line. Weston and those players haven't done a great deal, but they've maintained tight concentration on their opponents right throughout. And, as I said before, if they could be lucky enough to kick the first goal, maybe get a couple of quick ones, then we're right in there with the game again, because Hawthorn look a little bit tired, but maybe they look tired because their disposal has been bad.
Well, I don't know if we'll get any rain before the day's over, but I just... is that raining out there now, Pete? No, it's not.
Could get snow.
We could get snow. I'll tell you what, the commentators are doing a marvellous job up here in this freezing cold, but still, that's our job, and the crowd are certainly getting their money's worth today. Both these sides putting on a tremendous show. There's the crowd. I don't know whether it's the big...
it wouldn't be a record crowd.
I don't think so.
I would say it'd be under 100,000. There's a few vacant seats at the top of the western stand, and I believe there were a few vacant seats here in the northern stand, not utilised by VFL Park members who had rights here today at the MCG. I would say there's probably the smallest grand final crowd we've had for probably 20 years, and there's still 100,000. Well, near enough to 100,000 here, but it's pretty cold on those top decks there this afternoon. Alan Jeans comes off the ground to make his way to the coach's box. And I think Merritt and Ezard went to the bench for Essendon. So we're all set for the final term. We welcome viewers once again through ESPN in the United States. And here we go, the final quarter. The final quarter of the 1984 VFL Grand Final at the MCG as umpire Glenn James comes in to bounce the ball. Hawthorn leading 68 to 45, only 23 points.